Look, the news genuinely just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And when you are constantly trying to get more and more of it, all it does is stress you out and cause you to like over trade and over mess with your investments. Um like it's like unless you're actively trading, the news just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like you you should be focused on building a position in Bitcoin. Focus on building a position in Bitcoin because that honestly is fancy enough. That is fancy enough. You need like one thing. You need one thing to be structurally different and structurally interesting about what you're doing. Make it Bitcoin. Like make it Bitcoin. If you're the type of person who like you love doing your own personal finances, you love like actively watching personal finance videos and you want to be on the cutting edge of kind of like fancy tricks or whatever, there's so much room in kind of like I think learn like getting good at incorporating Bitcoin more and more into your personal finances than in trying to chase crypto news and create income off of it. Let me say that again in a more elaborated way. A lot of crypto news videos are just trying to tell you about like alpha. I hate that term. Just like they're trying to be like, oh, like we know this insider info from our group chats. You can act on it early. I'm letting you into the club of knowing about it, and then we're like looking at the lines on the charts and giving entry prices, right? Like that's what a lot of crypto news is. And you know what's funny about that? That's also what a lot of like mainstream news is also like CNBC and Fox Business is basically the same thing. Like the people that are on there, the people that are on there, a PR firm paid favors to get them on there. And then what are they doing? They're talking about their position. They're talking about the way that they see the market to rationalize their own position. And it's entertaining to listen to them. And it is entertaining to listen. Like, look, I love watching personal finance YouTube. I decently enjoy watching CNBC, less, but I go through my ups and downs of like enjoying having it on. But it it is just entertainment. Like it's just entertainment that's not super helpful. It's not super helpful. Sometimes it's helpful, I guess, to like you hear what you want to hear almost. You hear what you want to hear regardless of who's on there talking about the opposite side of investments or the pro side of investments. And so that's why that's why it's just not helpful to like to chase news. It's more helpful to understand like if you don't have a position in Bitcoin yet, these segments are most likely not going to convince you to have a position. They're not going to convince you to have a position because they're they're too short. Like they're too short, and the Bitcoin people that do get on TV are they kind of just repeat the same things. They kind of repeat the same things, and that's why here I try to push for just a different way of phrasing it, just a purely like a different way of phrasing it. And the first thing you have to do is get focused on the Bitcoin units themselves and understand why Bitcoin is fully different than anything else. Bitcoin doesn't have a public founder. Every single other thing on CNBC or on crypto news channels has a public founder. There is a public way to increase the supply and dilute the supply and mess with the issuance schedule of everything else in the world. Even commodities like as price starts to run, there's incentive for more providers of that commodity, miners or whatever, drillers to come online. Bitcoin, because of the difficulty adjustment, when more miners come online, the chances of hitting the new Bitcoin block get harder. It's a self-correcting thing that adjusts up and down every 2 weeks. It's called the difficulty adjustment. It's like one of the main mechanisms that makes Bitcoin work, that makes it the most successful open source software in the world. You have to understand that. And the crypto news channel isn't talking about that because they are too focused on telling you the next ticker symbol that you can trade the lines around up and down on the screen to create income. And CNBC and Fox Business aren't focused on that because they're too focused on kind of just telling you like what the like large companies are doing as far as how much they're buying. Now, yeah, and that neither of those helps you, like you as the individual. And that's where Bitcoin, understanding that if you get to 0.21, you're in the top 1% of the world. 21 million divided by 0.21 is 100 million. There's 8 billion people in the world. So if you own 0.21 Bitcoin, you're in the top 1% holders of Bitcoin in the world. That's the framing. Like that's the framing, because you take the current fiat amount that it would take for you to get there today, and it's an inconsequential fiat amount in the grand scheme of things. Is it a big amount for certain people and certain personal finances? Absolutely. Like absolutely it is. Relatively to being in the top 1%, being in the top 1% of fiat is just a different it's just a different world. It's just a different world. And the only way to get that is by like being a large asset holder that then benefits from the dilution of the supply of dollars. And so the relative ability to catapult yourself into the top 1% of Bitcoin holders still today is what makes Bitcoin a giant opportunity still here just in 2025. And again, the crypto channels, the crypto YouTube channels, news channels, not all of them, but some of them, there's just this underlying tone of like, oh, the Bitcoin ship has sailed. Check out this new ticker symbol. The Bitcoin ship has sailed. Check out this new ticker symbol. That's fundamentally incorrect. Like that's fundamentally not true. And the fact that there's so many channels that kind of like that there's an underlying message that says that just shows, honestly, that shows the opportunity. Like that's another reason why Bitcoin like has such an opportunity, because it's so misunderstood. It's so misunderstood, and too many people are looking at it just the same way as other stocks, or the same way as other crypto. Like it's fundamentally not true that establishing a position in Bitcoin is now not worth it, because it is. It's like the total addressable market for Bitcoin is the entire world. The total addressable market for Bitcoin is the value of all dollars in existence, the value of all gold in existence, arguably the value of all real estate in existence, the value of all the bond market in existence. Because what do all those things have in common? All those things are priced in fiat. All those things are priced in fiat. There's a really good YouTube video, search everything divided by 21 million. Talks about how the value of the world can get remarked in these new units that can't be switched. There's no public founder that can issue new shares. The ecosystem is self-correcting, keeps the 21 million hard cap. If you change that on your software, you're no longer on the Bitcoin network. It's the only thing that's credibly neutral in the entire world, and the news doesn't tell you that.